Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. I'm gonna go through Friday's longs that I took. So I'm just gonna do a breakdown video, a quick one, just to recap the trade. So going into Friday morning, as you can see, that there was this 4 hour demand. That price was unmitigated and had liquidity building up above it. It gets swept. So then going down to the 1 minute, I don't think we refined. I don't think I refined it down to the 15. Let me just double check. The 15 was quite a big candle anyway, and it is a flip zone as well because you can see that this was the last 15-minute supply zone, and then obviously, and this is the candle that caused this huge bullish move up. So it's quite a big zone, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, kind of a big zone, but not super big. Then you just drop down to the 1 minute. Okay, the 1 minute hasn't come there yet, but this is during London. So London Open was this. What was it? Just around here, and then we had some news at like 8:15. Push price down into the POI. So if we just fast forward it, this is the first tap into this 4 hours. So obviously we ideally want it to be swept, but obviously we want to pull back so you can see. So fast forward it, you can, let me just zoom in now. So this is like a mini supply zone on the 1 minute. So then we can mark this on supply, and then obviously this is the change of character. Well, not of change of character because this is a break of structure because we're continuing down. It's quite minor, but obviously we've tapped into the 4 hour demand, so we want to buy. So we're waiting for this change of character, which was also forecasted on my VIP channel. That was waiting for this to break to look for buys. So obviously let's fast forward price a bit. So price taps into here, and as we know, price can do one of two things: either react and make a new low, which would be breaking this structure, or break above. So let's see what price does. So you can see price proceeds to break and cause this change of character to the upside to indicate that our buys are coming in. So obviously we have this one at 1 minute extreme with liquidity building above it. So obviously this makes a good POI, but then we have to keep in mind that this demand caused a break. But we want to look for seconds entries because we're quite, this is a big push down, so we want extra confirmations. As you can see, press tab to do it. Doesn't give us anything because it blasts through, so then we're going to wait for this 1 minute demand to see if we do react from it, or if we break below it. Now we've tapped into the 1 minute demand zone, we can drop down to the seconds time frame. Obviously this is the last supply zone here on the 5 seconds. It can be quite small, so if you don't want to refine it down, we can do the 15, which is a lot bigger, as you can see. But I'm going to mark both 5 and 15 for you guys to see. Just give me 1 second. Because I personally just use the 5. But this is also good confluence because it swept the previous high and then broke structure. Okay, anyways, so we're waiting for this break, this supply failure to fail, or if this continues lower, then obviously it will react from here and then continue lower. So then let's fast forward price a bit. You can see price reacts to the 15 second range, does minorly break the structure, the internal structure, but then causes a change of character. So then now we've reacted off. No, we don't even react. We break above the 5 seconds supply zone, which is also this whole range. So we can look for buys. So let's see what happens. Okay. So this is the whole 15-second. I think this would be a 15 seconds. Let me just double check. Yeah, 15-second range that you can just take an entry off, because obviously it failed, and this is the last reaction to the supply before this break. But as you can see, we've had a sweep on the 5 seconds, followed by another break. So then I want to take something off this 5 second demand zone. Oops. Oopsies. Then I want to wait for this, and then obviously let's just play price forward. This comes close to it, but obviously it's inducing early buyers, because you could say this was not swept as well for this POI. Liquidity and inducement for this POI, and here it comes again close to it, because obviously we want an entry at the open with a 1.5 pip stop loss, so it doesn't come quite close to it. And look how close it comes here as well, and I don't think it taps into it just yet. And then obviously people get FOMO and whatnot, but if price doesn't come back here, then obviously we can look for the next setup. It's not a massive deal, but we'll just set our limit here for the time being. Let me just play price forward. Do I tap into it yet? Now we tap into the open. So obviously all the early sellers will get taken out, depending if they broke even, if they put their stop loss at break even, or obviously they'll still be kept in if the stop loss was under there. Then I guess you would use a 2 pip stop loss, which isn't massive as well, so it's fine. Oopsies. And then obviously we're tagged in, and then we're tagged out for 10R at 9:22. So this was a nice trade. And then obviously during the day it ran quite high. So if I just go on the 5 minutes, I don't want to bore you guys. And as you can see, during the day we kept, because I took this position and I held only 10%. I closed 90% of the trade, because obviously we're in a 4-hour demand, so I wanted to keep some open to run. So then it was running like 22R. This high would be 26. And obviously at the end of the day, it went quite high. Okay, that's it, the end, because that's when market closes. So then it basically ran for a high of 79R, which is quite massive, but obviously it's a small portion of it. Yeah, so basically this would be the target at the moment. So if you're still holding, then I would say this is the 15-minute target, which is in my outlook video for the upcoming week. But yeah, it was a nice buy from the 4-hour supply. 4-hour demand. So yeah, hopefully this recap video was interesting and useful. Obviously there could have been more entries taken in between, because you don't always have to trade from the edge. I do take continuation trades. I know some people don't, but maybe I'll save that for another video. But this is the main trade I took with 10% running. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and a comment, and comment below what other videos you would like to see on my on my YouTube. Thank you. Bye.